What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully, you guys are having a good day so far. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the brand new champions that will be coming with the upcoming update. But first, I want to give a quick shout out to my channel subscribers here. We got Daryl, Prince, Jenga, Richard, Suzanne, Adam. This is Med and Paul. So thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. It goes a long way, and I really appreciate it. All right, so we are on the test server here, and we do have a couple champions that we want to highlight. There's going to be more stuff coming with this update, but in this video here, I just want to talk about the champions that are going to be released. I think this is a pretty interesting batch of them, and I definitely want to hear your opinions on them in the comments below, so make sure you guys let me know. Some of them look really nice, so let's jump into it. We got the list here. So first up, let's read the general list. We got Cinda Forgeheart, Pelagus the Wavewalker, Tekteon Fissureflesh, Masahiro the Belmonk. That's going to be upcoming fragment fusion that's going to be starting on Thursday, guys. So make sure you guys are ready for that. We have Grugtha Darkseer and Sydax King-killer. So you guys can kind of theory craft what kind of champions they will be. But first, let's start off with Cinda Forgeheart. She's going to be from the Dwarves faction, Cinda Forgeheart, and she's going to be a brand new mythical champion, the third mythical champion for the Dwarves faction here. Yeah, she looks like Trunda, but, you know, Cinda, Trunda. I don't know. I would imagine Cinda is kind of a play on Cinder, so maybe we'll see some fire in her kit. Let's check it out here. Big base attack, guys. 1700 base attack and 63% crit damage. So she is going to be a damage dealer here, attack based. Let's check out her kit. Got an A1 double hit, ignores 15% of the target's defense, ignores 30% of the target's defense instead if she is under a magma shield. Doesn't need to be placed by herself, so just any magma shield will attack all remaining enemies with any surplus damage if the initial target is killed. So splash damage incoming. 30% ignore damage, double hit on the A1 could be pretty strong. Really comes down to multipliers on these damage dealers. The A2 breaker of metals, 3-turn cooldown when fully booked. Double hit, single target, ignores 25% of the target's defense, ignores 50% of the target's defense if this champion is under magma shield, will also deal double damage if the target is under a shield buff. So if she's under a magma shield and if the target's under a shield, it's going to be 50% ignore defense with a double hit. I mean, that is just crazy damage. Yeah, that's gonna be nuts. Fills the champion turn meter by 50% and places magma shield equal to 200% of this champion's attack on this champion. So let's say you hit without a magma shield. You're going to come in with the base 25% ignore defense. This is going to be a double hit. You're still going to do double damage if they're under shields. And then afterwards, you get the turn meter fill with a magma shield placed by this skill. So she can set herself up after. She can set up the A1 after because you do get the bonus from the magma shield. Check out the A3 here on a 4-turn cooldown. Another single hit, single target double hit. Each hit ignores 35% of the target's defense. Will also deal double damage and ignore unkillable and block damage. These are two of the most prominent kind of defensive buffs right now in Live Arena, I would feel like, if this champion is under a magma shield. So double damage and then ignores this stuff if she's under a magma shield. Places a magma shield equal to 300% of this champion's attack on all allies. Are the other ones on all allies? No, it's just this champion. This move is on all allies. And grants this champion an extra turn if this attack kills the target. That's great. For a damage dealer, getting the extra turn here is very crazy. You do get the base 35% ignore defense, and then you get the bonus double damage, ignore unkillable block damage if she's under a magma shield. Now, the way I read all three of these kits is that, first of all, the magma shield and benefits will come after the hit. So she's not going to get a magma shield, and then she's going to get the bonuses right away, which kind of makes sense. I love that it synergizes so well right now. She gets the magma shield on herself, and then she's going to benefit from her other skills. Check out her passive here, Furnace Shell. So at the start of each round, whenever this champion is revived, places a magma shield equal to 300% of this champion's attack on this champion. So let's say you have, I don't know, end game players 10k attack. I'm just saying, it's probably not too bad to reach 10k. Because her base attack is so high, and obviously with blessings and stuff. So let's say you got 10k attack, you get 300% of that, so you get a 30k magma shield. That's going to be, the upper end of it. So she's going to get that shield at the start of the round and when she is revived. We know that Solinar, when he's revived, he gets a big magma shield as well. So this is actually, really, really strong. This is really strong. She gets a little bit of protection. And remember that the magma shield reflects the damage back. So she can really, she can take out, enemies without really doing anything. But yeah, really, really strong here. And she's actually pretty tanky for a attack-based damage shield. She has 17k HP, which is usually usually these guys don't have much HP, but 17k is like, modestly okay for this type of damage dealer. This champion receives 30% less damage from enemies when under a magma shield. Heals this champion by 50% of their max HP whenever a magma shield on them expires or is removed by damage. That's interesting. So she receives less damage and she gets a big heal whenever the magma shield. She's going to be constantly protected by magma shields. So she's going to constantly get reduced damage incoming. And then when it breaks, she's going to get a big heal. So she can actually self-heal herself. 50% of their max HP. That's huge. That's a huge heal. Crazy. She has ignore defense on all her abilities. With conditional bonuses if she has a magma shield, but two of her abilities place magma shields on herself, and she starts off with a magma shield. Yeah, her base form is absolutely nuts. Synergizes super well together. Now, obviously base form will be susceptible to getting locked out. So let's see what her alternate form can do here. So she's going to, let's see, transform. I don't see any difference in her base stats, or very little difference. No, there's no difference. Anyway, she's still an attack-based damage dealer. She looks like she grew a couple inches. And let's see, her A1. Now it's a single target hit. Ignores 10% of the target's defense. Will ignore an additional 5% for each active HP burn debuff on the enemy team. Up to 35% ignore defense. Places decrease attack. Attacks all enemies instead if this champion is under a magma shield. Will ignore 10% of the target's defense. Ignores additional 5% up to 35% for each HP burn. Places decrease attack. So if she's under magma shield, becomes an AoE. That's really strong. AoE, decrease attack. 100% chance to land mythicals, and then she also ignores defense. So very nice. A2, 3-turn cooldown, attacks all enemies. Double hit. Each hit decreases each target's defense by 3% up to 30%. So just imagine like cruelty stacks. Each hit will also deal additional pure damage to each target equal to 2% of their max HP for each turn remaining on all HP burn debuffs on all enemies. Up to 15%. So 15% max HP hit. That's the maximum. And that's per turn. So if you have like a 2-turn HP burn on 4 champions, that's 8 turns. 8 turns, 2%. So if you have 8 turns, then you're maxed out at 15. Okay, so it's not too bad. Not too bad to max it out. This additional pure damage is always normal and will ignore 100% of the target's defense. Cannot exceed 3% of boss and minion max HP. Does not count as a hit. It's interesting. We got to see how hard this thing hits. But yeah, you got double hit, ignore defense, with additional pure damage hit up to 15%. This could be huge. Let's go with the A3 here. We got 3-turn cooldown. Attacks all enemies again before attacking. Places HP burn for 3 turns. Instantly activates 1 tick on all enemies. Ignores 25% of the target's defense. Will ignore additional 5% for each active HP burn debuff on the enemy team up to 50%. Will ignore 5% for each active on the enemy team. So if you're fighting an arena team, you only get 4 active HP burn, so that's only 20%. How do you get 50? I guess Spider. Spider, you get 50% ignore defense. You get 1 tick, instant activation. Okay. Then decrease defense as well. Interesting. I mean, this ability would be pretty good against like Stone Skin, I would imagine. But it just depends how often you see Stone Skin. Like personally speaking, I have Sulfur and I used him a lot in live arena, but I don't use him anymore because just don't see Stone Skin consistently enough. Let's go with the passive here. The passive effect: when hit by an enemy under HP burn, places a magma shield equal to 300% of her attack. Active effect. That's only 1 turn cooldown. Wow, that's only 1 turn cooldown. So whenever she gets hit, she's gonna get freaking 300% shield. Passive: the damage received from HP burn debuffs will ignore block damage unkillable. That's nice. This champion and her allies deal 15% more damage against enemies under HP burn. That's nice. That's pretty nice. 15% HP extra damage. Is this a PvE set like set up here on the second form? Decrease attack AoE decrease attack. It's not as easy to put Magma Shield on the second form though. So I'm just thinking, like, where's the Magma Shield going to come from? She's going to get a Magma Shield here from the active effect, but she needs to get hit. So after she gets that, she's going to have AoE decrease attack with damage. She's going to have a double hit AoE max HP hit. And then she's going to have an HP burn, decreased defense. This could be a PvE kind of set. Unfortunately, I would much rather have her base form as her alternate form. That's kind of like my knock against her. And then just use the alternate form as like a PvE set. Both are attack based, so you can just build her with one set. She does require accuracy to land the debuffs. She doesn't have any debuffs in her base form, which is her big damage form. And then she does have debuffs here, decreased attack, HP burn, and decreased defense. So she does require accuracy. There's no accuracy relief in her kit. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting kit. I think it's quite strong, but I don't like the mix with the base and alternate. But very cool. Cool champion, good kit. I like the synergies. She seems quite strong, especially in her base form. Let's check out the next champion here. We got Pelagus the Wavewalker. So I can tell right away this is an Argonite. And we got Pelagus here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Cool. Base stats, 115 base speed, guys. So he is maxed out speedster. Good base stats overall, good HP, good defense mix. You got speed in arena, 28%. All right, let's see what this guy can do. You got triple hit on the A1. Each hit has a 50% chance of stealing turn meter. Up to 75%. So he's going to steal some turn meter. Fills all allies' turn meters by an amount equal to the total amount of turn meter stolen. So let's say you steal 15%. So you're going to get a turn meter boost for your allies by 15%. So that's pretty crazy. That's kind of nuts on the A1 only. Obviously very good against Fire Knight if you're doing normal Fire Knight, progressing through. He's got an A2 here, Rip Current. I like it. 3 turn cooldown. It's going to be a full enemy strip. Places decreased speed and weaken. Yeah, it's good. Solid. No hit. No hit though, which is kind of a bad thing nowadays with Mercurial. So you prefer a hit almost. But solid ability, nothing crazy, but solid. A3, Relentless Tide, 3 turn cooldown when fully booked, 100% chance of landing, placing, it's a place, block, passive skills, and a enfeeble on a target enemy for 2 turns. Also steals all turn meter from that target. Now, I much rather have this ability be like obviously all enemies, but this is a single target, block, passive, enfeeble. It's very strong, and the turn meter, you basically cripple one enemy. It's on a 3 turn cooldown, so you can get back relatively quickly. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling that. Passive places 100% ensnare on the enemy with the lowest turn meter for 2 turns at the end of this champion's turn. This debuff cannot be resisted. Now, I believe Total Guard will stop this, so you're not going to go through Total Guard or anything like that. And if you have block debuffs and stuff like that, so you can be protected from this. It's not like, you know, you can go through all that stuff. Whenever an enemy has their turn meter increased by a skill, also fills this champion's turn meter by 15%, occurs once per turn. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is going to happen like a lot. This is going to happen a lot, so 15% turn meter fill. And I mean, you get the ensnare, 15% turn meter fill, you can get this, you know, ability back, get this ability back pretty quickly, get a little bit of turn meter stuff here. Honestly, I don't feel his kit is super strong. I don't feel it. If this was an AoE, this would be quite strong. If this was an AoE, or if this had a strip ability before going into this, because you can get really shut out by this. Like if you get shut out like with the block passive or the block debuffs or a protected block debuffs, then you're kind of done, right? Like he just doesn't really do anything. You have the enemy strip here. He's going to get totally screwed by Mercurial, but he does have a triple hit on the A1. That's kind of okay. His passive seems okay. Like his abilities seem okay. His kit seems okay, but I don't think he's going to be like, you know, he's going to be top end or anything, but probably pretty decent just for general progression. Decent control champion, but not really. I don't know. It feels like he's missing something, right? Anyway, so that's Pelagus the Wavewalker. What's up next? We got Tekteon Fissureflesh. Tekteon. And he is another new Argonite here. He looks badass. Look at this guy. He's got the molten swords. Looks amazing. Tekteon Fissureflesh. He is a Void Affinity champion. HP base, let's check out his stats here. Pretty good base stats, 1400 defense, 2200 HP, and he's got 63% crit damage, so he's going to be probably a damage dealer. Low base speed though, 98%. Check out his kit here. He's got the aura, 33% HP in all battles. That's solid. It's got an A1 double hit. Oh, it's an AoE double hit. Has a 35% chance of placing stun for 1 turn on a double hit. The math on that works out to about 58% chance to stun. But I think the big thing here is a double hit AoE on the A1. Very nice. Also void affinity, so you don't have void issues for the stun effect. Very nice. He's got an A2 here on a 3-turn cooldown. Another double hit AoE before attacking. Places Shatter on this champion. That's great because he's HP base, so he's going to get the damage bonus. We'll ignore shield, strengthen, increase defense. Each hit increases the cooldown of all enemies by 2 turns. Oh my god. So it's a lockout ability with a self buff that ignores not the crazy buffs, but it does ignore some buffs, which is very nice. Wow, what an ability. What an ability. Even if this ability doesn't hit particularly hard, it's still a lockout ability on a damage dealing champion. It's also like and he's also a void affinity champion, so you're not going to have affinity issues. Wow. Needs accuracy though. That's the thing. Accuracy for the A1, accuracy on the A2. And if you're trying to lock out champions, you're going to need a lot of accuracy. So let's see here. Let's see the A3. 4-turn cooldowns when fully booked. Places Taunt, Poison Cloud on this champion for 3 turns. Oh my goodness. 3-turn Poison Cloud. Also places Protected Shield equal to 30% of this champion's max HP on all allies. Then an extra turn. Wow. Effectively a 3-turn cooldown on this ability. And he has a 3-turn duration on this. Wow. This is a really crazy ability. It's just a great support ability. The Taunt, the Poison Cloud. Poison Cloud means he's not going to get any crits. He's not going to get crit, right? Which also means that he can't get debuffed. And he's got the taunt up, so he's going to force you into him. And he's placing a big shield on your entire team. Wow, this ability is really amazing. His passive, at the start of each round, places a poison cloud on this champion for 1 turn. Okay, so he comes into the fight protected by this poison cloud already. Decreases the damage this champion receives from crits by 50%. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. I mean, we have Baek already that, you can't crit against Baek if you have lower accuracy. This guy just has the blanket 50% like less damage from crits. That's amazing. Whenever an enemy hits this champion, increases the champion's max HP by 5%. Weak hits increase this champion's max HP by 10% up to 100%. So it's saying weak hits here because you weak hit into the poison cloud. So he has poison cloud here. He's got it here on the passive and then here on the A3. So he's going to start stacking up his HP pretty good. He has Shatter, Ignore Defense. That's additional Ignore Defense in his kit as well. He's got AoE double hits everywhere. And then he has Team Protection. Very, very strong champion. I would love, you definitely would love to get lasting gifts on this guy because he has 4 really strong buffs that you kind of want extra turns on. But it's an interesting kit. I'm not sure how hard he's going to hit. He does require accuracy to do this stuff. He has the lockout as well, so you want him with good accuracy. He's got the stun. You want him with good accuracy. But that means you're going to take away damage from him. So how are you going to build this guy? Maybe as a support champion instead of a damage dealer? We'll have to see. He comes with built-in protection as well. So very, very nice. Very cool champion. He is a Void champion, so he's going to be the new hot stuff, maybe. And he's from the brand new Argonite faction. Argonite's got some pretty nice Void champions with Hecaton and Tekteon. So pretty nice. And then what's next on the list here? We got Masahiro the Belmont. We did cover this guy in the Fusion preview video. Masahiro, he looks amazing as well. I mean, not aesthetically, but his kit looks great. Base stats here, first time to reveal. 109 base speed, amazing. Good base stats everywhere. 24k base HP. He does have something based on his HP scaling, right? He has a heal. Yes, he has a big heal. 25% of his max HP is going to be healing your entire team. So he has great base HP. This guy is going to be the real deal, guys. Yeah, keep an eye out for those playtest videos, but I think he's going to perform really well. He's got speed for force affinity in all battles by 25%. Not the best. but you know, it could be situationally quite good. He's got the team revive. This is the reviver that the Shaokins were looking for, but he's way better than just a revive as well. You can actually use this ability without reviving anybody. He's got debuffs here as well. And then obviously, I think this ability also is very good. It's better than a cleanse because it just takes all the debuffs from your allies and then puts it onto a target, whereas a cleanse just removes all those debuffs. So this is better than a cleanse. It also brings the heal and strengthen as well. And then he's got an A1 AoE as well. Decreased crit rate, it's generally seen as not very good, but if you decrease the crit rate on a boss, then that means that boss isn't gonna surprise you with that big hit. Generally, like PvE content, they don't have a lot of crit rate, so if you just decrease their crit rate, they basically have no crit rate, and then they're not going to, surprise you with those big hits. That could be the difference. But he's a great champ, amazing champ. His passive works really well with his revive as well. So not going to cover him crazy in this video here, but let's move on. We got Grugtha Darkseer coming up. Grugtha, you guys can kind of guess where she's from. I think she is here in the Ogren tribes. There she is. Oh my lord, my lord. Grugtha, I like it. She is attack based. 1400 base attack. Not crazy base attack here. It's got the boosted crit damage as well. Let's check out her kit. AoE A1. Place an extra hit on targets whose attack is less than or equal to this champion's. That's not too hopeful because her base attack is a little bit on the low side, but she's probably going to be built with attack. So, for the most part, she probably will have more attack than most of the enemies. Let's check out our A2. Another AoE before attacking equalizes the HP of all enemies. The HP levels of all enemies will be set to the average of the enemy team. That's pretty strong. This potentially is like kind of busted, but it potentially could be a negative as well because you can't really, control this that well. If it said bring the HP down to the lowest of all enemies, that would be the best because that's like, that's a hit. That's basically like a damage hit. But in this case, it could be a heal as well. So it could be a hit, it could be a heal, but it's an average, okay? We'll ignore 30% of each target's defense if the average HP of the enemy is above 50%. Places an extra hit if the average HP of the enemy is equal to or less than 50%. So I would think that you want the ignore defense because it probably should do more damage than the extra hit. But the extra hit is probably still enough to kill most champions if they're under 50%. So I think the way this is, separated, I think it works fine. Increases the champion's attack by 10% each enemy killed by this skill. That's fine. I mean, it has to be strong enough to kill enemies first. Let's check out our A3. 3-turn cooldown, attacks all enemies, another AoE, double hit. Before attacking, places increased crit damage and shatter. So shatters ignore defense on this champion. First hit decreases each target's defense by 10%, stacks up to 30%. The second hit destroys each target's max HP by 10% up to 60%. Grants extra turn if it kills an enemy. So double hit, increased crit damage, shatter. You're going to get ignore, like reduce defense, and then destroy max HP. This could be pretty nice. Both of these attacks are on a 3-turn cooldown. AoEs. On kill effects. Extra turn on kill. Extra attack on kill. Passive. Whenever this champion lands a crit, heals them by 5% of their max HP. If the champion is full, crit hits fill their turn meter by 5% instead. That's cool. Whenever this champion receives any surplus healing from the skill, places a shield. Oh, that's nice. Equal to the value of the surplus shield. The value of the shield cannot exceed 30% of the max HP. Hey, that's pretty good. So if she's at full HP, you're doing crits, you're healing, you're getting a little bit of a shield, and you're getting a turn meter boost. That's pretty nice. That's not bad at all. Now, whether her kit compensates enough for her low base attack, we'll have to see. It's going to come down to multipliers, but seems kind of straightforward. I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed that we don't have like a little bit more flavor in her kit, right? Based on her aesthetics. I don't know. It just kind of feels like that way. But it looks pretty okay. It looks like a decent nuking kit. Let's check out the last champion here. We have Sydax King-killer. Sydax King-killer. It's a very interesting looking champion. You guys will see in a second here. Sydax. Here you go, Sydax. Look at that. Who is the king that this guy killed? Of course, it's the Scarab King. Look at the armor. The armor's so cool. It's the Scarab King, right? He killed the Scarab King. Anyways, I thought that was cool. Defense-based champion here, a bit slow. Looks like a support champion. Let's check out his kit here. He's got an A1 single target hit, 100% chance to land decreased attack, and a pain link. Solid. I mean, 100% chance to land decreased attack, always very nice. Let's check out the pain link here just to get some clarification on what it does if you guys don't understand. So the pain link debuff causes the affected champion to receive a percentage of all damage received by the enemy who places this debuff. So if Sydax places the pain link on like a clan boss or something, the clan boss is going to take some damage when the clan boss deals damage to Sydax. The amount of damage received depends on the enemy who placed the debuff. If it was the head of suffering, then the pain link debuff causes the affected champion to receive 15% of all damage received. If the pain link debuff was placed by a champion, the damage received will be specific in that champion's skill description. If it is not specific, it will cause the affected champion to receive 15% of all damage received by the champion who placed the debuff. Okay, so Sydax here has no specific about the pain link, so it's going to be, I assume, 15% kind of reflected damage. I mean, it's okay. 100% decreased attack on the A1 is already solid, I think. But he is a legendary, so you kind of expect a little bit more. Now, Pain Link is going to be good against, there is a Chimera trial with Pain Link, and there's just not a lot of champions with Pain Link, so maybe we could find some use for that for his A1. His A2 here on a 3-turn cooldown when fully blocked is another AoE double hit. We're going to see this a lot, guys. A lot of new champions are going to have AoE multi-hits, multi-hit abilities because of Mercurial. There's going to be a lot of those. And we're seeing it with this new champion update. A lot of champions have multi-hit AoEs. So we're going to see more of those. The first hit has a 100% chance of landing decreased defense. The second hit has a 100% chance of landing decreased speed. And it's an enemy max HP hit. So this is going to be interesting, whether it's going to hit hard or not. But yeah, decreased defense, decreased speed on a single ability. Looks good, guys. Looks good. And then we got an A3 here on a 3-turn cooldown. Increased defense, increased speed on all allies. Places ally protection as well. Very nice set of buffs here on a 3-turn cooldown. Very reasonable. Its passive decreases the damage this champion receives by 10% for each ally under ally protection. So it could be like 40%, 50%, depending on where you're using him. That's significant. That's a big damage reduction, especially if he's giving the ally protection. That means he's receiving the bulk of the damage, but he's going to get damage mitigated here. This champion is also immune to pain link debuffs, as well as any damage from reflect buffs or passive reflect effects. Interesting. I wouldn't say this is crazy or anything. Like I said, pain link doesn't show up too often. The ally protection damage mitigation is nice. He's got defense in all battles by 30%. Pretty standard. I don't think he's busted or anything, but he's solid. He's a solid champ. Good for progression. He's got nice buffs here. Good for clan boss, ally protection, increased defense. And then he's got decreased defense here as well. Curious if this actually hits good. Enemy max HP hit could also always be, a good damage contributor for bosses. And then he's got the 100% decrease attack. That's going to be pretty good against clan boss if you draw him early. All right, guys, that wraps up all the brand new champions that are coming in the next update. Let me know in the comments below which one you guys think is your favorite, which one is the strongest, or any of them overly busted or anything like that. Personally speaking, I really like Tekteon the Fissureflesh. I think his kit is very, very strong. Be curious whether he hits hard or not. I don't think so. And even if he did hit quite hard, you have conflicting priorities with how to build him. I really like, a lockout damage dealer is amazing. Cinda, the new mythical, looks amazing as well. So you guys let me know in the comments below which one you guys really, really like. We'll be checking out some of the quality of life features in this next update as well. We'll be testing it on the test server. So make sure you guys check out the video. It's going to be right here, guys. You guys might enjoy that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching until the end. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.